So are you guys ready to finally buy a Las Vegas home with virtually no competition? Wait till you see this video, guys. What's going on, my YouTube friends? This is Jerry Abbott, your favorite Las Vegas realtor. Hey guys, before we dive into the video, 3 quick things. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to learn everything there is to know about the Las Vegas real estate market, then definitely subscribe down below. Number 2, make sure to give me a thumbs up like, guys. That would really help the channel out. And number 3, if you guys are thinking about relocating to beautiful Las Vegas, I've got your back. I'm a local realtor here. I've lived here for nearly 20 years. I know every inch of this city. Just call, text, or email me anytime, and I'll help you find that perfect dream home. Let's dive into the video. All right, guys, so I'm filming this video at the very end of October 2022 here in beautiful Las Vegas. And in case you guys have not been following the real estate market, both nationally and in Las Vegas, there's definitely been a correction going on since the summertime and now into the fall. You can see here on screen, we're definitely going through the correction nationally. We're also going through this correction as well here in Las Vegas. But the real driver of the correction has been because of the rapid rise in interest rates. The rates are now over 7%. That makes it definitely tougher for buyers to buy. But for those who can, this is a fantastic time because right now there is virtually no competition. And in the next clip, I'm going to show you exactly what's going on here specifically in Las Vegas and why it's a great time to buy a home here right now in Las Vegas. All right, guys, I want to show you a few specific examples starting with this first chart as to why you may want to consider buying a home here in Las Vegas now. So let's take a look at this first chart. You can see right up here in the top left, housing inventory, median days on market for the Las Vegas Henderson area. So basically what this means is you can see this chart down below. This is a 1-year chart, each month showing how many days on market the homes would sit. So let's take a look down here. During the feeding frenzy back in April and May, homes were only sitting on the market for about 24 days. You see that little 24 right there? That means the homes were sitting on the market 24 days. Even though they seemed like they were moving quicker than that, that was the average. Now, what's happening now as we go through the rest of the year, take a look at this. We just went through September. We're now at the end of October. Now look at that number. It says 48. So basically, it's doubled, which means rates have gone up. It's harder to qualify for a home. There's a lot less buyers. There's a lot less competition, which means homes are now sitting on the market longer, which means buyers like yourself potentially have a lot more options. So if you qualify and you've got the economic means, this is a telltale sign, taking a look at this chart, showing you that because the homes are sitting on the market a lot longer, that this is a great buying opportunity. All right, let's take a look at this next graphic, guys. Now, this is new construction homes from a local builder here that went out to a lot of the realtors in the area. So I want you to take a look over here on the right. I know you probably can't see it too well, but I'm going to read these off to you where it says underneath model and pricing. I want to show you some of the reductions here. Take a look at this right here with that black line crossed out. That number says $796,000. The blue number right underneath it, that's the new reduced price, $721,000. So they've taken about $75,000 off that price. The one underneath it, 886 is crossed off, is now down to 690. This one down here, 900,000 crossed off. Now it's presently at $713,000. And then the one right at the very bottom, $715,000, is now down to $656,000. So in terms of new construction, this again, a telltale sign that builders were getting a lot of premiums for the new construction builds. Now they're desperate. They are reducing prices. They're slashing them down. So again, it's a great opportunity. If you're looking to buy a home, especially with new construction, you're going to get a good deal right now. All right, so I know what many of you might be thinking on 2 separate fronts. Number 1, that this is just the beginning and home prices will continue to fall. And number 2, you're going to wait for interest rates to go back down before you consider buying a home. Let me tell you why that's not the right way to think about that. All right, so there's a trade-off going on right now, guys, between interest rates and home prices. Now, here's why this is a good situation if you're looking to buy a home now, especially in Las Vegas. Yes, interest rates are at their highest levels in the last 20 years, and they're going to remain high for a little while. But on the flip side of that, you've got declining home prices. Now here in Las Vegas, home prices are down probably close to about 10% off the peak of where they were back in the springtime. So here's why this is a good situation. Yes, you will pay a higher interest rate right now, but also you're getting a lower home price. But when the rates finally go back down, you'll be able to refinance at a lower rate, which ultimately means you're going to buy a lower price home and then ultimately get a lower rate over a period of time. That's the best of both situations. Now, if you buy a home here in Las Vegas, even with interest rates being higher right now, your equity position in that home will almost certainly grow over time. If you take a look at this on-screen graphic here, this is the last 10 years of the average home price and how much it's increased. You can see down on the bottom left of the chart there, the average home price in Las Vegas was about $140,000 10 years ago. Now you fast forward with that black arrow going all the way to the upper right, and you see at the present time, the average home price is $450,000 here in Las Vegas. So over a period of time here, especially in Las Vegas, historically speaking, it is a great place to buy a home here for long-term home appreciation. So now here's a secret that a lot of people don't know about in a buyer's market. Right now, sellers are more desperate to sell their homes because they're sitting on the market longer. So now sometimes they will offer a seller concession. Now, what a seller concession basically means is you can do that a couple of different ways. They can offer to pay your closing costs, which is thousands of dollars, or they could also potentially buy down your interest rate. Now, the interest rates obviously are a lot higher. So if you're at like, say, 7% or so right now, they might put some money in towards buying down the rate so that it becomes a cheaper purchase for you ultimately with your mortgage payment. That's something that didn't happen before. And I want to show you in the next clip here a couple of very specific examples as to why it's very advantageous in buying a home now because of the fact that sellers are willing to offer concessions. So let me give you guys two specific examples about seller concessions that are going on right now. Now let's take a look at the website Zillow. Most people are familiar with this. I want you to take a look at this price point right up here in the top, $665,000. Now obviously there's a price cut here from back in September, so they did another price cut, so that's happening again. That's pretty common to see now. But let's take a look down here in the overview. Right here in these comments down here where I've got my arrow, look at these comments. Seller to contribute $10,000 towards buyer closing costs or rate buy down at list price at close of escrow. What that basically means is the seller is desperate. So if you're thinking about buying a home in Las Vegas, a few months ago, you would have never seen that written in the description in a Zillow profile listing. But now you're seeing that quite often, which means sellers are desperate, homes are sitting longer like I showed you in the previous segment. So if you're thinking about buying a home in Las Vegas and you're seeing things like this now pop up, this is a great sign for buyers to buy in this market. All right, so one more specific example here, guys, on the website Zillow. I want you to take a look at this home. Now, again, this is a beautiful single-story home, a little bit pricier, $950,000. Now you can see, again, another price cut at the beginning of October. So again, sellers are getting a bit of a reality check here, knowing that they listed their homes too high. But more importantly, take a look down here in the overview section, again, in the comments. Look at these comments. If you can't read them, I'm just going to read a couple real quick to you. Must sell now, owners need to sell ASAP, willing to entertain any and all offers. So what does that mean? It means that the seller is desperate. Now again, several months ago, you would have never seen that. Homes are moving very quickly. Now, what does this tell you? It tells you very simply, we are now in a buyer's market. This is an advantage if you're looking to buy a home here. This is, again, another perfect example. If you want to buy a home in Las Vegas, this is what's happening now across the board. All right, guys, I want to show you one final example here because this one's really going to blow your mind. Take a look at this home. This is a brand new construction home. You can see the price point is $685,000. Now, this price originally was $735,000. But what I want to show you in the next graphic is a text message that I got from the sales agent here. Wait till you see this text about this specific house. It's coming up right now. So here's the text message, guys, from the sales agent when I inquired about this home for a client. You could see my text messages right here at the top where I asked them for the best price and any incentives. And then look what they wrote underneath it. Management allowed them to go down to $625,000 on the price. That's basically a $60,000 drop on the price again. But look at this even more importantly. Almost $35,000 towards closing costs and a buy down rate of about a 5% interest rate locked in if they qualify with 20% down. That means that they're basically doing anything and everything they can. They're reducing the sales price, they're giving you closing costs, they're giving you buy down rate costs. There's everything being poured into a deal like this because the builders, especially on these new construction homes, they're desperate to move them. So I just wanted you guys to take a look at this because I thought this was absolutely amazing with the kind of desperation some of these builders are showing just to try to move some of their homes. So if you're looking to buy a home here in Las Vegas, this is what I call the perfect trifecta. Number one, you're going to get a reduced sales price. That's happening across the board now from the peak of back in the springtime. Number two, you're likely going to get some kind of seller concessions, whether it's to pay some or all of your closing costs or potentially buying down your interest rate. And number three, you're not going to have to compete with a million other people like we were doing in the springtime of last year. So it is a very advantageous time. Obviously, if you're looking to buy, you're going to get that reduced sales price. You're going to probably get some seller concessions, and you really just don't have any competition right now. So here's my word of caution for those of you sitting on the sidelines looking to try to time the market. Don't. There's an old adage in real estate where they used to say, When's the best time to buy real estate? And the answer has always been now. Over time, real estate just keeps going up like everything else. You just saw that 10-year price chart history that I showed you. So buying real estate, especially here in Las Vegas, has always been a great place to park your money. Now, if you sit on the sidelines and you wait like everybody else for interest rates to go back down, then you're just going to go right back into a competing buyer's pool. This is the time to do it. This is a buyer's market. You have options now. You have declining sale prices. You have low competition. So if you're thinking about moving to Las Vegas and you're looking to buy a home here, reach out to me anytime. I'm a local realtor here. I've lived here for nearly 20 years. I know every inch of this city. Just call, text, or email me anytime, and I will help you find that perfect dream home. I'll see you guys in the next video.